Hey there, YouTube family. This is Mwaba Ngenda.
And this is Jayne Mazimba. Welcome back to my channel.
So today we're doing a sip and chat.
Ooh, sip and chat, honey. Don't ask us what's inside these glasses.
But before we start, as Jen always says, if you are new here or you haven't subscribed, please hit the subscribe button so that you get a notification whenever she has a new video.
Yeah, subscribe. So Mwaba and I, we've been a very happy bunch this weekend. We've played a lot, let's put it that way. We've played a lot, but also we've had a lot of conversations.
Friends that will say, I need 100 kwacha, I mean a fix, I'll give it to you on Monday, and say today is Sunday, so Monday tomorrow. And the cycle keeps going and going and going. The next day they need another 50 kwacha, the following day or the following week another 100 kwacha, but they do not give you back the money. So if you are the person that is giving the money, I mean 100 kwacha is a small amount.
Ish.
So yeah, ish. Because it adds up, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
So all the time it's like 100 kwacha, fine, I'll give it to you. You're my friend, right? And I feel like I care about you, so I should not have reservations about giving you that 100 kwacha. But if you're not paying back, where does that stop?
You know, I feel like in as much as you care about the friend must care enough to also pay back, or at least reach out to you and say things are not well, I can't pay you now, I'll pay you here. It's a show of respect both ways. You're showing care and they must show respect back at you. So if you keep giving money and they're not paying back, at some point I really do feel like then you're enabling.
Yeah.
Maybe because they're small amounts you don't notice. But I mean, I've been in a situation like that before. Somebody's like, I'm in a fix.
Yeah.
Can you give me a 400 kwacha at the office? Whatever. I'll give you back. And I remember for me, we were traveling. So I had the per diems for the crew where we're traveling. So I took a 400 kwacha for that and I gave her, thinking by the time...
not even thinking.
Trusting that I would get the money back on our
in good time, yeah.
By the time our date for the trip was coming, this chick still hadn't paid me. Okay? And so we had to travel. I had to travel, but I traveled 400 kwacha short.
Yeah.
It might not seem that big in the grand scheme of things, but so in the grand scheme of things, it might not seem like it's a big amount, but something changes.
Yeah.
And for me, because of because of the things that I've been to, I'm very alert to that.
Yeah.
Like even if it's 50 kwacha, you say I'm gonna pay you back, and you don't pay back. Mental note: I believe in tough love.
Yeah, and that's the thing. On the other side, I feel like I wait for the amounts to accumulate. And then when I notice the habit now, I'm like, this person always asking for little amounts. Then I'll do my calculation of how much money I have given that you have not given back. And that creates weirdness in the relationship. Like, are you expecting me to pinda you 50 kwacha, 100 kwacha?
No, but now it's a big amount. So now I'm not pindering you 50, I'm pindering you 2,000
You
kwacha.
see?
I'm gonna be like, I was writing down, I have the list.
Yes. Yeah. Or I have the screenshots of every time I sent you money.
Yeah. So
how
there's
do
that.
we deal with that?
I feel like you need to say, and I feel like you need to nip it in the bud quickly, because the thing with toxic people is they thrive on the fact that we fail to talk to them or you fail to call them out. So their toxicity only goes as far as they feel like you haven't noticed. So you have to get to a place where you're like, no, can I borrow 50 kwacha? I'll pay you back. No, just use that 50 kwacha I gave you last time and then we'll cancel out.
Oh no, do you remember you still owe me 50 kwacha and we'll cancel out? I feel like it creates also a lot of weirdness in the relationship, because especially if this is someone that is close to you, you're friends, you see each other all the time, or you're always talking. How do you not have it in the back of your head that you got money from your friend and you haven't said a thing about it?
I think it's also one of those things, I mentioned it in the YouTube Chibemba other video, is there's also this thing like, oh Mwaba, you lent me a 500 kwacha and I told you I don't have money to pay you back, or I just haven't said anything. And then at the weekend you see me on the gram, while now chilling, champagne popping. How do you feel? You know, like, how is this person affording champagne when they haven't paid me back? You know what I mean? It's like, you don't respect me. Check yourself.
It's unnecessary, you know. It's unnecessary. Let's respect each other. And let's not take trust for granted, right? Because that's another thing to this. The person giving you money is trusting you to pay them back. So if trust is lost, trust is messed up,
it changes the relationship.
Yeah, it does.
But here's something, another dimension I want to mention is, for me, I also notice how you are with other people. So it could be that you haven't borrowed from me. Like, you borrow from me and you pay. But if you're borrowing from Gyros there and you're not paying him, I pay attention to that as well. Because that's a character trait. Maybe you're scared of me or whatever the reason is that you don't do it to me.
But it's somewhere inside you.
It's there. And it could still happen to me. Because maybe with me you respect it, but the day you need something big, I need a 20,000, I give you, you could do the same thing to me. So for me, I pay attention to people's actions, not just to me, but towards other people as well. So it's important also to also call out the behavior. Like, babe,
why
you Congola from these guys, they're still calling.
Yes, and I feel like friendship should be like that. Certain people will feel offended if your friend calls you out, but if you're my friend, I expect you to do that for me, and I will do the same for you. I will not be offended.
I feel like this is also like, we'll bring it to when we talk about offense. If I do something and you call me out, I would not take offense. I might be uncomfortable. I might feel a little bit bad, but I will not take offense, especially if I know it's coming from a place of love and genuineness. If you're offended, check yourself.
There's underlying feelings. Under that
check
offense.
Yourself. We are not friends.
And that's true. That's so true.
And then what about the ones who count your shmoney? You know, the ones who will be like, Nkongwe shako 2,000 kwacha. And then you're like, I don't have money. No, but or that guy just paid you 2,000. Did that nigga pay me 2,000 for the job that I did so that you must use it?
And that's another, like, that's also disrespectful to your friend. You can't jump onto somebody's plan or budget. You don't know what that money is for. They could have other obligations that you are not aware of,
which we always do. We always do. And
for you to say, this is why, especially women, I feel like men are a bit more comfortable talking about money and the deals they make, but women, you'll be reserved about it, because your friend, you don't want your friend to feel like you have money that actually you don't have, or it's already assigned to something. So you always, downplay how much you have, or how much you've been paid, or if you have a new deal, because you don't want to create that awkwardness. But you don't have, so it's crazy.
Guys, money and friendships is such a okay, aside from that toxic friend, would you lend money to your friends? Like, if one of your friends was in a fix and they needed like a quick 5-pin, are you open to lending money?
I am, depending on the character of the person. So if I know that all the time you have money, you are very careless, or you're not intentional, you're not spending on the things that are important to you, then I'm not going to give you my money. Because then it's a risk. I may not get my money back, but then if I know you as a responsible person, I will give you the money.
I feel like you bring up an important point. If you're not respectful of your own hard-earned money, how do I expect you to be respectful of my hard-earned money?
You
know what I mean?
So it doesn't make sense. I wouldn't lend to that person, but I'm happy to lend to somebody that is responsible, they're intentional with their money.
What about gifting? I was listening to a thingy when Oprah did her visionary tour of 2019. She had a conversation with Gail, and they talked about how a point where Oprah wrote a check for $1 million to her best friend. Can we get there?
What? We will get there.
Would you, even if I'm one of those people, like, even if I had 100 million, 20 trillion, even if I was Elon Musk, if you're a toxic friend, I'm not writing you a check for 1 million because you'll only be back for another million as well.
You know, another thing to that is, so I was born in January. So January is my birthday, beginning of the year. I don't gift people that don't gift me. Sorry, I'm petty. But I don't, because it means that I care about you, I care about your birthday, but do you care about me? People will say, no, January, everybody's broke, they have obligations, blah, blah, blah. But, well, what makes you think I don't have obligations in November or July?
We have
or
obligations
April.
In the fourth quarter of the year. So.
Yeah. So, but I'm trying to change that because...
No. I think it's a good vibe.
Yeah.
A tone to a friendship is set.
Yeah.
If I gift you, then you can give me back. We have that relationship.
Yeah.
If you're constantly gifting me and I'm not gifting you back something, whether it doesn't need to match.
No.
It doesn't need to match. It doesn't have to be like, oh, because you got me jewelry worth 20, me, I must get you jewelry worth 20. No.
Yeah.
But the attention and the thought and the internationality must be there.
Yes, and that's all that matters at the end of the day. That's all that matters. So I really don't do it, no. Because I got to a point where I'm the one buying presents all the time. How about my birthday? So no, not spending money.
Okay, here we are. So that is our take on toxic friendships. Obviously, it's a broad topic, financially toxic friends. Chime in the comments. Do comment below what you think. Have you ever experienced financially toxic friends? How have you dealt with it? Are you going through one right now? In fact, if you're going through one right now, write to us. Me and Mwaba will help you answer the question. We'll tell you what to do.
Yeah. So we will look at your comments.
Subscribe. Comment. Like. Yeah, hit the like button, guys. It really helps and goes a long way. And that's it from us today.
Yes, thank you for watching.
Back to another day.